And that thing probably sells out every night, doesn't it?
Well, he's passed away now.
Oh, has he done passed
yeah.
away?
But it was a nightclub in downtown Honolulu. We stayed at the Halikoa Motel. It's a military resort hotel, 5-star. And it's great prices for the military. And we qualified, and it was a great vacation.
So you'd recommend, even as expensive as it is, if you get a chance, going to Hawaii?
Sure. Well, we got lucky. Back then, of course, when I first called for airline tickets, I called Delta because we lived near Atlanta. We were in LaGrange. They were like $1,140 round trip. Well, I bought a book on Hawaii, and I saw where United was the major carrier. Same, I called United, $1,141 per person. And I was on the phone with her. I said, do y'all have specials? If I leave anytime, day or night, and come back anytime, day or night? And I could hear
Yeah,
well, sir, if you leave on a Monday through Thursday and come back any following Monday through Thursday, you can get a plane ticket per person, $235.71. I said, I want 2 of those. So by asking for discounts, we flew over there for less than $500 total.
Gosh.
This was in 1997. It was the summer before I came to.
Just by asking one little question.
Now, whether or not you can do that now, I don't know. But
I'll give you an example of that. A friend of mine is John Longshore, that has the sports radio show in Montgomery.
You mean you know John Longshore?
Know him pretty well. And
my hood.
one of John's favorite sayings is, "You've got no in the pocket." That means if you're afraid to ask something you've already got no, might as well ask. You might get what? Yes. Well, I did this at, I remember John saying, it's become kind of a motto of mine, and I was at Dollar General the other day on the Saturday. And you know, as all our Dollar General shoppers know, that if you shop on Friday and buy at least $25 worth of merchandise, you'll get $5 off.
Yeah.
But you've got to have your little receipt that has the coupon. Well, I didn't have it, and I just bought $25 worth of stuff. And so I asked the clerk, I said, I lost or forgot my coupon. Do you happen to have an extra one that I could use? And she did. And so I saved $5 on that purchase by what? Just simply asking a question. I had no in the pocket. And
I tell you what, let me, real quick, Claude Giddens and our good friends, and we went to the Alabama-Florida National SEC Championship game several years ago. And I said, Claude, let's just pay the higher ticket and just park close to the stadium. See, we said, okay, so we pull up to the ticket booth. I mean, it's right there at the stadium at the time. Sir, you're lucky because the couple ahead of you had an extra parking pass. So we got in, we saved $40, and then we watched Alabama whoop Florida. And so after the game, we go to Noonan and eat at a nice steakhouse. We pull in, it's packed, people everywhere. So we go in and said, we'd like a table for 2. She said, well, come on. Well, there were groups of 6, 8, 10 waiting for big tables, so they put us.
That's right.
We walked right in front of everybody and got a big old steak, and halfway through the meal.
you said Alabama won the game too?
Oh yeah, we beat Florida.
That was one of your great trips.
And she said, would you like some complimentary extra sauteed mushrooms? We said, we sure will. That was a great game.
That was a reward for you being such a great all-around guy.
Right, you're right. But if it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't hurt to ask. They only say no. I like that.
Remember, that's a good little lesson. You got no in the pocket already. And another one that stayed with me, Mike, is from my brother Bobby. He once told me, I was having the publisher of the Troy Citizen, I was having a hard time making a decision. Stress was hitting me from every angle. And Bobby said, Bill, happiness is a decision. Just make the decision and be done with it. And I've always remembered that.
You know what? I've never seen you lose your cool, ever. And as long as you've been on this thing, you've always been a very delightful. You and Bar both. if y'all can put up with me, you can put up with anybody.
Well, I don't, but once in a while I will, and I'll snap. And, matter of fact, my friend Wes Gaylord, one of my nicknames is Snap Rice.
Here we go. Let's get it. See what he's done.
Guten Morgen.
Buenos dias.
Morning.
We're talking to Mike Amos from Drayton Beach, Florida. And how's the weather down there, Mike?
Man, I was woken up about 4 a.m. It was lightning and thundering and lasted about an hour. We got drenched last night.
I hope the roof didn't leak.
Nah, I think we're fine.
Which one of the babies woke up first?
Millie did. Millie came and jumped in the middle of us.
Did she? Bless her heart. Did she go to sleep?
Yeah, she went back to sleep. I tell you what, I watched Mississippi State play Notre Dame and clinch to go to Omaha last night. And I tell you what, that's one of the ugliest looks I've ever seen. Is those gold baseball helmets that are obviously painted on. That Notre Dame's players wear.
You know what? It ought to be.
That ought to be a distraction as a pitcher.
I say that. Exactly. It ought to be illegal. It is as gold and bright as you're going to see any kind of helmet.
I've never noticed it.
It seemed like it would affect the pitcher. But
the Golden Dome.
Mississippi State won 11-7, but Notre Dame had a first baseman. I think he hit 22 home runs. He was 6'4", 250 pounds.
He crushed
it.
He turned on the ball. He turned on the ball in the seventh inning, and I would. I mean, if you watch it on,
they hadn't seen the ball since.
Yeah, they'll be playing on SportsCenter and SEC Network today. I really think that ball went 500 feet. You never saw it come down.
Isn't that unreal?
It went out of the stadium into the parking lot somewhere.
Yeah. And that was the left field stands or the right field stands?
Yeah, he was a lefty. He was a lefty, so it went out to right field.
Oh, right field,
one of the longest home runs I've ever seen.
Now, Mike, you were there. Fourthly, you might have been there when Bo Jackson came to Troy. Was that the longest home run that's ever been hit at Riddle Pace Field?
I know it was a line drive, and I never did see it come up. It was a line drive over the scoreboard. I know that, and it was unbelievable.
That had to be around 450.
Yeah. We never said anything to him again because we said wrong way, Bo, and all three, and he struck out, and then the fourth time he hit it out of sight. And it won the game, I think.
I've got the lineup for the World Series this weekend, starting Saturday. Game 1, Stanford versus North Carolina State, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 2, Vanderbilt versus Arizona, 7 o'clock ESPN. Now on Sunday, Game 3, Tennessee versus Virginia at 2 p.m. on ESPN2. And Game 4, Texas versus Mississippi State on ESPN2. That game will be at 7. So we have 3 from the Southeastern Conference, Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt.
That's great.
You know, Tennessee has 2 from their home state, Tennessee and Vanderbilt.
Right. Sure is.
And I guess Stanford and Arizona are from the same conference. And Virginia, are they ACC as well? Yeah, Virginia, North Carolina State.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I was really pulling for Dallas Baptist. They beat Dallas Baptist.
Yeah, I know it. I was too.
So the ACC has 2. Pac-10 has 2.
SEC 3.
SEC 3, and Texas is kind of by itself.
So we got some good baseball coming up, and I sort of lean toward Mississippi State, but at the same time, I sort of like Vanderbilt and Tennessee. I think I'm gonna lean toward the Tennessee Vols in this thing. I'd love to see them win, but I know I want to say Tennessee.
Mississippi State, my house.
Well, that's right. Oh gosh, that's right. When my my daughter-in-law went to Mississippi State. My pardon, Lee. I'm sorry about that.
My wife got an art degree, and then my older sister Rebecca got her meteorology degree.
That's right. Yeah, I've sent money over there. I don't know why I'm rooting for everybody else. I need to go where I'm sending my money. But of course, Rebecca, my sweet Rebecca Amos, lives in Birmingham, and she's a huge tennis fan. I don't know, Mike. Would you think anybody knows any more about who's playing than Rebecca?
Yeah, maybe the Emersons in Troy know more. They're big tennis folks.
Yeah, I know it, but boy, Rebecca knows who their mama and daddy are. You know.
Well, how did she become such a big tennis fan?
I did, she, Mike. I know she had started watching it. I reckon on
I think
TV.
she came. She saw Rafael Nadal and fell in love.
Yeah, that's right. She loved Nadal.
Who were those brothers that always played at Troy University? I think their dad was an instructor.
Emerson.
Well, they were tall. They were about 6'3",
No.
6'4".
That was my art teacher. That was my art teacher.
What were those kids' names?
Oh gosh, I should
Not Ishmael.
No,
they were tall.
Yeah, that's right.
They were out there all the time.
And the daddy was a wonderful guy. In fact, the daddy helped me graduate from college. Really helped me.
I'll think of his name. Not Brantley. Not Brantley.
Oh yeah. Just like the.
I wonder how many people helped me graduate college.
Well, I know one guy exactly, and he's not with us anymore. But it's Mr. Dr. Stevens. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he really was. He was a big.
He's a great guy.
So, Mike, you're
Great
saying
guy.
you weren't the world's greatest student? You weren't the world's greatest student?
No.
More importantly, I got a few ex-girlfriends I really need to thank. I don't need to mention those names today.
I tell you what, though, we need to identify those art teachers because they did have two boys that were good tennis players, and not Dennison, but what was this?
Emerson.
Emerson. No, not Emerson.
Oh, they were good.
Emerson.
I was about to say that they were not tall. Royce was not a tall guy.
But he was good.
Yeah,
And,
he was real good.
It was, boy, I can't believe this. I'll remember it in a minute.
That's I love sports and played them all, but tennis was one that I never took to.
Me either, and I've tried to play it.
Yeah, I started playing when I got a little older, and I kind of enjoyed it when I was out of college.
Yeah, but
I like badminton better. Go after the miss hit as often. Right there at your feet.
I just never jailed in tennis, but it's, quickness. You better be quick in tennis. I tell you that.
And when I lived in Montgomery, a good friend of mine was John McWilliams. He is a big tennis guru in Montgomery in the state of Alabama. He worked for Wilson Company for a long time, and he was a college tennis player at Alabama in the 50s or 40s, and I've learned a lot of tennis from him.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Diana Lee, the Paxtons.
Yeah.
It was the Paxton.
Yeah, okay. Donna call in?
Diana Lee, she texted
Thank
me.
you, Donna. Dr. Paxton.
Was there a Dwayne?
He was a great.
Anyway,
Dwayne was one of the tennis players.
Okay, those two
But
brothers.
I'll tell you
all the
what,
time.
Dr. Paxton was one of the finest men I've ever known. He helped me graduate from college. I got I had a major in. Well, let's see what I did. I might have had a major in art history. I don't know exactly, but I was full of the aesthetics of everything.
Aesthetics.
But he was a wonderful man.
Well, I had, of course, I was a physical education major. My two top favorite in that, well, I had several in that department. You had Virginia Watson, Don Jeffrey, Gene Hanson, Pat Allison, Miss Flynn, Sorrell, Ms. Newman. But in my minor was geography, and I took Nicholas DeAndrea about 7 times.
Oh, did he?
I took him once.
Well, he wasn't easy. I had him for geography.
If you had him once,
wasn't
you would
easy.
remember him.
That's right. He was a good teacher, and I hope he's watching this morning. Diana, I'm wondering who answered that. You or your husband?
Dan the Man.
Dan the Man.
Scootan. Fleabag.
What is that? What is this Fleabag? Is that a nickname?
That's a nickname.
For Danny Lee?
Yeah, Bag.
Yeah.
I wrote a Facebook post about Danny Lee. You want me to tell the story?
Yeah, I do.
Uh,
We're open to anything this morning.
Backstory. Sometimes I'll break out into song, and the other day I broke out into a John Cougar Mellencamp song, "Little Pink House is for You and Me," and that made me think of John Cougar Mellencamp, which made me think of this famous story Danny Lee once visited with and met John Cougar Mellencamp right here in Troy, Alabama. Here's the story. John Cougar Mellencamp.
Was he Johnny Cougar?
That's right. At the time, he was known as John Cougar.
All right, this is fun. Okay,
But
go
he's
ahead.
cruising down Highway 231 in his band bus. And for some reason, John Cougar says, well, I'm going to pull into a record store and see if these guys are pushing and selling my album. Well, Troy had a record store somewhere out on 231 near Radio Shack in the circa 1982 or 83. And who was the manager of that store?
Daniel Lee.
Danny Lee.
Danny Lee, manager of a record shop.
That's correct. I think Danny was living with my brother Rush at the time. Rush briefly worked at Troy Bank and Trust right out of college, and so John Cougar Mellencamp pulls in and talks to him, and I've always heard that story, and so but I related on Facebook that I cannot hear a John Cougar Mellencamp song these days without picturing Danny Lee chit-chatting with John Cougar Mellencamp. So I posted my little story, which I tried to make funny, and sure enough, everybody else pours in. Oh, I remember that. We stopped.
Who is this John?
He's
Mellencamp?
69 years old from Seymour, Indiana.
People back me up. Emily Green Ellis remembers stopping. She stopped in the middle of Highway 231, ran to see John Cougar Mellencamp. John Clark did the same thing. Pam Saunders. Diana confirmed my story and said, yes, that's true. And she said John Cougar Mellencamp appreciated Danny because he didn't make a huge fuss over him when he was in the store. But yeah, Danny Lee is buddies with John Cougar.
I'll tell you how he happened to come to Troy is because you look at Indiana and all routes south are on I-65.
Well, he was going to a concert, I guess.
And evidently got off on 231.
But anyway, Danny, his nickname is, some know, is Bag or Flea Bag.
Are you serious, my buddy Danny Lee? I don't have a better friend than Danny Lee.
Well, who gave everybody, half the people in Troy, their nickname is a guy named Tim Archer, who is Coach Archer's youngest son.
Tim did?
Yeah, Pig Archer.
Pig Archer.
And, you know, I'm sure that it was Tim Archer that gave Danny Lee his, it was Mailbag, but then, you know, with a lot of nicknames, you condense them later. So Mailbag became Bag. So.
Well, let me tell you this. I bet you was a star in on the Delta Chi roster.
He was a good athlete.
I know he was a real good athlete. Hey, he was one of these left-handers that did some things right-handed and some things left-handed, like me.
Does he play golf right-handed?
No, yeah, right-handed.
But he is left-handed, though.
Yes, and he is a good golfer. Me and you don't need to play golf for him.
Well, he's like a lot of people in Troy that I think they didn't play much golf growing up, but they take up the game at some point after high school or college, and then they rapidly get very good.
Well, I don't know what else he's memorized this, but let me just say this, which is an awesome thing. Every college, you got the Trojans and every college nickname. He's got every one of them in his head. He can tell you every college nickname.
I can remember. I got some more Bag stories.
I want to catch him one time on this.
When I worked for the Troy Progress, Don and Karen Herring's paper, I did a story before the Alabama-Miami game in 1992. Alabama was playing for a national championship, and everybody thought Miami would kill Alabama.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll do a story, and I'll just hype the game and talk about everybody's predictions. And I interviewed about 6 people, and there was only one that said, no, Alabama's going to have no problem. They're going to beat Miami, and that was Mailbag Lee.
Oh, really? Yeah, I tell you what, he's not. He knows his stuff. I tell you this.
Question of the day: can Danny replicate his mother's Italian cream cake?
Oh boy, no competition with Miss Lee, Danny's mother, and anybody I know of on this on that cake. It is the best in the world. I'm telling you.
Well, this is Be Kind.
Italian cream
This
cake.
is Be Kind to Danny Lee Day.
Yes, sir. We've just done it.
You know, he's an
Wherever you
All-American
are, buddy.
punter, too. He outputted his coverage when he married Diana.
Yeah. And
Daughter-
let me just tell
daughter
you.
from-
Dad, I got breaking news out of Tuscaloosa you'll be excited about.
Oh yeah, they signed a punter, didn't they?
No, October 14th at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater. One last time, you can go
Beach
see
Boys.
the Beach Boys performing.
What's the date on it?
The Beach Boys will be performing October 14th on a Thursday night in Tuscaloosa at the amphitheater.
All right.
Well, you say the.
Take me and Rice. Hey, go ahead and put me and Rice down for that. Either one of them, if they both will go here in Farley, either one. But whoever get away can take me up to Tuscaloosa. I'll buy all the barbecue.
You say the Beach Boys. I have actually read the autobiography of one of the Beach Boys, and in reading that biography, it's like a lot of bands. There are more than one Beach Boys circling around.
But this is the one with the great
Yeah,
writer.
this is Mike Love.
Yeah, I like to see. And that Love guy's son played professional basketball, didn't he?
His nephew is Kevin Love.
Oh, Kevin Love. Okay. But that's great.
Who is that? The one that they made the movie about with John Cusack?
I don't know.
That might have been his brother. He had a almost a mental breakdown, and he was a recluse for about 4 or 5 years.
He was the brains behind all of that with the Beach Boys, I think.
Yeah, the Beach Boys will not have will not be a part of this band. Will be Brian Wilson, Al Jardine, or David Marsh.
Brian Wilson is who.
Brian Wilson. He was a guru.
He was kind of
Yeah.
the John Lennon of the band.
Is
And
he still with them, or he's dead?
he's
or what?
alive.
No, he's alive.
He's a
got all
fascinating
kinds of
study.
Health issues.
Well, if Love is not going to be in it, I don't know if I'd be willing to go see it.
No,
Mike.
this is Mike Love.
This
Mike
is with love. This is with
Beach
love.
Boys.
Yeah, but Wilson, he's the one that it's a fascinating story, and they made a movie about it that I wish I could remember the title. It's really good. That he went off the deep end. He had some therapist that kind of controlled his whole life and wouldn't let him go outside, and it took him. He finally met a girl that sold him a car that kind of rescued him and got him out of his life. But so I got interested in this guy, and that got me more interested in the Beach Boys, and then I discovered their great album, Pet Sounds.
Didn't the Beach Boys come to Troy University?
Oh yeah, they've been here several
Oh,
Oh
times.
yeah, Sartain Hall.
Yeah,
they've been here.
Those
Get out
days
there
are-
just to see the crowd.
That's right. You know, another one. I was a big Four Seasons guy. I like the Four Seasons a lot. They were really in competition with each other, the two bands.
Oh, they got
And,
two of them.
Well, no. Just the great. I thought both of them had great sound, but I like the
The Beach Boys,
Beach-
they cranked out some hits and great songs, man.
But I
they
like
were-
the Four Seasons. Boy, they had a lot of great songs too. So it'd be either one. It's a toss up on which one I like the best. Probably the Four Seasons.
This
The Beach Boys sold 100 million records worldwide during their career.
100 million. Well, how many did the Four Seasons? How many did they sell? 400,000. Just 400,000 or 400 million?
No, 100 million.
100 million records. That's a lot of records. But I hope they took better care of
Number
them.
one hit, I Get Around, Healthy Rhonda.
I get around
Good vibration.
down. Yeah, I wish our guy could play music this morning. It'd be great. Both of them are great, and all those guys.
and then I think Michael pointed this out too. One of them was fairly close to Charles Manson.
Really.
Oh, that was Dennis Wilson that passed away, the drummer. Yeah, Manson lived in his house.
Oh no! Whoa! Yeah, boy, we're finding out some stuff this morning now. But you know, I liked them a lot, but they were sort of a rogue as far as, you know, they never were really seemed to be all together. You know, somebody was fighting somebody the whole time, you know.
Well, that's when the book I read, Wilson's autobiography. I love reading autobiographies and biographies of musicians, and my wife got me this book, and the band was out touring without Wilson. You know, like you talk about the different. Wilson sitting at home. I don't know. Well, he comes up with this Pet Sounds album concept that is just revolutionary. He's doing stuff like, you know, the Beatles did with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and he gets all these studio musicians and literally orchestras, and he's doing all these parts and playing all these instruments and telling these people, this is what I want. And so then the band comes back, and, you know, they've been touring, and he says, all right, here's what I've got. Here's what instruments I want y'all to play. Here's the parts I want y'all to sing. And he really didn't sing or do much on that, but he had done all, he had laid it all out for him.
He was considered brilliant, no question. You're very talented with this. You know a little bit about everything.
Well, it pays to read. I like to read.
This guy knows a little bit about everything. You want to point toward him, Parley?
How deep do you plant a snap bean?
And my buddy, I got what is Danny's nickname again? I got it.
Mailbag.
What now?
I don't know where that came from.
What is it again?
Mail, like a mailbag, like a postman
mailbag.
wears a
Mailbag.
Let's talk about the Danny Lee family. Of course, he married Diana.
Yeah.
She's from Mobile.
That's right,
Diana
Mobile,
Daugherty.
Alabama.
They met at Troy University. They have 3 beautiful kids. They're triplets. You got Max, Eric, and Lindsay. And Lindsay played golf at Mobile College, I believe. She played at Charles Citizen. She's a nurse.
That's right.
Eric is a banker in Brantley, Alabama. And
Is that
Max,
where is he with old Goat Hollis?
well, I don't know if he's with Go Hollis, but he banks in Brundage.
Yeah,
in Brantley, Alabama.
I wonder how he got a job with the bank. I wonder how.
But and then Max works for the city of Troy. But Eric they're got a big wedding this summer.
That's right.
Eric is marrying Hillary Barron. She's a Troy girl, and I've taught all 4 of those youngins, and some of the best.
I remember
in
when
America.
those triplets were born. I bet everybody in Troy does too. You just say, oh.
And you know, you
they
think
got a lot of help from the community and their
you
church
girls
family.
out there that's got the one baby, and you think they're giving you a hard time, but how about 2? You think they're giving you a hard time. How about 3? We don't know how bad it might be.
What about that couple Troy graduates that had 5?
Yeah, that's right. And
They were on the Alpha. They were on the Alpha commercial, and they got scholarships to Troy.
Yeah,
Did they end up
got
going to Troy?
And I don't know how many finished. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them finished, but all of them didn't finish.
But some of them did. So.
But I can find out that information right quick. We can take a short break. We'll be right back.
$29 down and payments as low as $99 a month. Yes. Now through Monday, $29 down and $99 a month. Yeah. $29 delivered. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop at PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
This is my chart from Southeast Health.
And you're going to want to make it yours.
Not because it's free,
but because it's priceless. Because with my chart, you can schedule appointments online with your provider.
You can email your provider and get answers. Get test results.
refill prescriptions.
And manage your family's health care.
You know how we all want healthcare to be easier?
But no one seems to listen?
Well, someone did.
Southeast Health.
To get your free My Chart app,
visit your app store
or go to southeasthealth.org.
When it comes to surgery, precision is perfection. The very latest technology available ensures the best possible outcome. The Mako Robotic Arm-Assisted Surgery System is now available at Troy Regional Medical Center. Skilled orthopedic surgeon Dr. Robert L. Liljeberg and his team provide patients with faster recovery and better movement after a knee replacement surgery. When accuracy matters, you deserve the very best. Troy Regional Medical Center.
$29 down and payment as low as $99 a month. Yes. Now through Monday, $29 down and $99 a month. Yeah. $29 delivered. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop at PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. $29 down and payment as low as $99 a month. Yes. Now through Monday, $29 down and $99.
I know, you're right.
We're back.
Back to our show, brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks. And ladies and gentlemen, they told me that they'll hold on to that deal they got going on for just a little while. And of course, they've got the $29 down, $90 a month. You can't beat it at Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass right here in Troy. Thank you.